Hey guys and girls, this is Robin Graves, and this is the world according to Graves. Let me get this out of the way. Mike, one of the best horror movies I've ever seen in my life. It even bothers me. And a little drink here, Diet Coke. Ugh, I hate this shit. Anyway, hold on. Well, guys, this is Friday. This is November 9th. We had our election 3 days ago, voting 3 days ago. Lots been going on in 3 days. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me go a little bit back in history. The first, on the first, I was banned again on Facebook because I said white devil. Now, Facebook likes to ban people like me, people who tell the truth, people who are outspoken, and people who go around telling what's happening. Instead of sitting here, listening to CNN and MSNBC and spinning things around and making everybody look bad except for who, suits their purposes. I tell you, you look bad because, well, you look bad. Facebook banned me for saying white devil in a conversation. But see, it's okay for me to be called a Nazi, um, a white supremacist, cracker, honky, white boy. Um, I've been called all dirty names in the book in public. I've actually had people threaten me in public. Facebook does nothing. Facebook did nothing to with the kill a Jew day in 2010 until I went to Channel 5 here in Atlanta and reported it. Channel 5 got a hold of Facebook. Facebook suddenly took it down. Out of the thousands of us who complained about that, Facebook said they're not breaking any policies. There's a death to America and death to Israel right now on Facebook. Facebook will not get rid of them because they say that doesn't break any of the policies. But me saying the word white devil in a conversation, just referring to that word, I broke their family friendly, whatever they call it, whatever they want to call it. And I'm banned. So guys, I'm also banned on Instagram and I'm also banned on a few other places permanently. I found this out a couple of days ago. Um, I don't know what the problem is. Evidently, I must be touching something that they don't want to be touched. I'm saying something right, I guess. So far, the only one I'm not banned from is MeWe. So, if you want to see me on MeWe, get a hold of me there. Till the first of the month, I may be on MeWe permanently. Other than posting videos up to the first of the month, I'll post these on Facebook. YouTube hasn't banned me yet. Of course, YouTube has no real reason, but they've never needed a reason to ban anybody anyway. But anyway, guys, I've got contingencies if I'm tossed off of YouTube. I've got another place I will be going. But I want to be thrown off YouTube first so that, I can tell you guys the story about it. Tuesday, on the video, I said I don't care who wins the Georgia election because it's going to leave a lot of material for me. Guess what? Stacey Abrams lost. And boy, do I have material. Stacey Abrams actually used uh, the new Black Panthers, or as I like to call them, the not so old angry brown kitties, as her personal guard, her security guard, and everything else. Used them, and they were um, armed with semi-automatic rifles. Now, I guess this is okay for Stacey Abrams to use a known domestic terrorist organization as her personal guard, her bodyguards, whatever you want to call these people. That in itself is a reason to, well, for me not to vote for this buck-toothed bitch. That and her entire idea that Georgia is not doing very good unless she's governor. Our economy has exploded. She wasn't able to do anything to make it better. Period. There was no way she could do anything like that. Anyway, as of Wednesday morning, it seems that Stacey Abrams refuses to stand down. Brian Kemp won. She's refusing to step down. She refuses to concede. She's throwing a fit like a 4-year-old spoiled brat. Yeah. Now, for her to win, if she would have won, she would have been the first elected Democrat governor in 20 years, the first black governor, and the first female governor. She has a lot to look forward to. Her career, even if she only runs one term, is made. She's an author who writes romance novels, and her being a governor, the first black governor, first female governor, the first Democratic governor in 20 years here in Georgia, that'll suit her sales sky high. That's why she won't concede. This whole thing smacks of a contingency plan if she lost. Now, she's saying that she wants all voices to be heard and all votes counted. Um, right now, Brian Kemp has, wow, 1,962,547 votes. Abrams has 1,887,161 votes. She's going to fit about 20,000 fucking votes about and how those need to be heard. With the math, if all 20,000 are counted and all voted for her, she still wouldn't win. Now, the funny thing is about her talking about these 20,000 votes is earlier on before the election, uh, her committee was throwing a screaming fit about 20,000 votes that supposedly disappeared. They were investigated by the United States Postal Service. And even they ascertained these votes never existed. They were never sent through the mail. Never. According to her, according to Stacey Abrams, they were sent through the mail. No. There's no records of them being sent through the mail. But she's starting to fit about these 20,000 votes that need to be counted because everybody's voice needs to be heard. I don't think she wants to hear what all these people are saying. Supposedly now, according to her, these 20,000 are people absentee votes from the military. A majority of military personnel will vote Republican every time. Um, like I said, man, she all 20,000 vote for her, she still wouldn't win. She doesn't know how to do math. Since Wednesday morning, we've had a small contingent of protesters at our state capitol throwing a fit, talking about how this whole thing is a corruption of justice, how this should never have happened, how it's all Brian Kemp's fault. Now, I'm going to tell you what is Brian Kemp's fault. Stepping down from his job. He was the head of elections for Georgia. Stacey Abrams is claiming voting irregularities. Her idea of irregularities are long voting lines. There's long voting lines no matter what during a state or federal election. If you don't go right before the voting place is closed, you're going to be standing in line. I stood in line for about 40 minutes. She's saying people stood in line for 3 hours. Yes, I do believe that. McEachern High School in Powder Springs, Georgia, was a polling place. People are parked all the way down the road, and their parking lot is humongous. These lines stretched almost down the block, almost all the way down to the next block. So that's not exactly a voting irregularity. That's actually a good sign that people are getting out to vote. The actual voting irregularities that did happen were people voting for Brian Kemp and the voting machines and the final, where it shows who you voted for, everybody you voted for, were showing Stacey Abrams. That was the voting irregularity that was caught. Also, in a couple of precincts in Atlanta itself, well, actually in South Atlanta, there were people bragging about how they were letting DACA personnel, people that were DACAs, come in and vote. They're not supposed to. But the Democrats don't want to throw a fit about that. That's okay with them. Since Stacey Abrams, during her early advertisements, urged illegals and all to come and vote. She, excuse me, coughing fit. Damn, it's raining outside and I'm having problems. Still got that cold and made my voice go bad Tuesday. She was urging them all to vote. They've already found multiple votes here. People who voted multiple times. And yes, all these votes are being looked at. Yes. Now she's actually wanting to wait for these 20,000 votes because that will force a runoff December 4th. No, it won't. The state of Georgia is one of the few states in the country that doesn't require runoffs. If you win 50% and one vote, then you're the winner. It doesn't look like she's going to make it to 50% and one vote over Kemp. There's no way she's going to. The math does not add up. I'm waiting to see her get several 100,000 votes all of a sudden. I'm waiting for that to happen. Once that happens, we all know what's going on. There are people right now already talking about protesting. They want to protest all over Atlanta. The funny thing is, it's all in Atlanta. It's nowhere else in the state, just Atlanta. I'm kind of puzzled about that. Which brings me to something else that's going on that's really interesting. That Mad Owl woman, or Mad Cow as I call her, since Jeff Sessions has been fired, well, I don't know if he's been fired or resigned or forced to resign, otherwise he'd be fired. Who cares? He's gone. She's Rachel Maddow is her name. She's actually wanting to organize street protests against the firing of Jeff Sessions. When Jeff Sessions was originally put in his job, the Democrats didn't like him because he was picked by Trump. He was pro-Trump. They hated his guts. I remember this 2 years ago. Back 2 years ago, this month, he started his job. In those 2 years, Jeff Sessions has done nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. He sat on his ass doing nothing. Plenty of things for him to prosecute. Nope, wouldn't do it. Recused himself from the Russia probe. Yeah, that's kind of stabbing the person who gave you your job in the back there, Mr. Sessions. I don't believe that there was any Russian collusion on the Republicans. There was Russian collusion for the Democrats, but that's been brushed over. Let me see here. Give some notes here. Oh yes. Let's see. Get back. Wow, I missed something. I'll bring this back later on. But anyway, I want to know what his job entailed. Because he did nothing. Since his firing or resigning or forced to resign or whatever it was, he was sitting there waiting to collect, to retire and collect a paycheck anyway for retirement. I guess he's getting that now. He got what he wanted. See here. He's been replaced by his chief of staff, Matt Whitaker. Let me get this over here. Which is going to be pretty cool because Matt Whitaker doesn't believe that the investigation is worthwhile. In 2 years, Mueller has found nothing on Trump. Nothing about Russian collusion. Now, this tells you something about Mueller. Evidently, he sucks at his job. I don't know where he got this idea that he could investigate the theft of a candy bar at a department store, much less something of this size. In 2 years, man, you should be able to find anything you want to do on Trump. He's found nothing. He's reported nothing. 2 days after the election, nothing. You figure if there was anything, he'd kind of throw it out there. So far, he's reached for straws. He's prosecuted these, people that were associated with Trump, but not Trump. Everybody out there on the Democrats are saying that Trump is a criminal. Prove it. You know what? You wanted Hillary Clinton. Clinton killed people and has a fraudulent charity that she lives off of. She's destroyed evidence. In any other case, she would have been prosecuted for tampering with evidence. Her wiping her computer, burning down her own guest house that was used as her new server. Yeah, trying to hide everything. See, but nobody on the left wants to see it that way. They want to think, well, she's just had a bad accident happen there. She didn't do anything wrong. It was never proven. Nothing's proven on Trump. Same thing goes. Usually it's your logic, not mine. Anyway, Whitaker, he's taken over for Jeff Rosenstein. Rosenstein's been a joke. But Whitaker will have say over key decisions such as whether to subpoena the president, approve criminal charges of individuals, and direction over the investigation as information comes to light. What information has there been about Trump? What? So far, there's been none. The only thing is the whole problem with Stacey Abrams and 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 the Democrats investigating Trump, including Mueller, is the whole Democrat bullshit of resist Trump. Stacey Abrams wants to resist Brian Kemp because Brian Kemp had Trump coming and endorsing him. Stacey Abrams had Oprah Winfrey. What the fuck has she got to do with politics? Oh, she's going to run for politics because people like her? She couldn't run her own TV network, much less a country. I seem to remember OWN going under because of mismanagement. Uh, she had Obama come and campaign for her. Stacey Abrams was looking forward to being the first black woman president, governor. She's following the same identity politics as Hillary Clinton was, just on a different order. That's all the Democrats have. They have nothing to run on. Nothing. They're talking about free health care. That's failed. Obamacare failed so hard. You know, I'll tell you right now. They're saying how it succeeded. I would have to pay $800 a month for a bronze plan due to a pre-existing condition for Obamacare, and the bronze plan is only good at urgent cares. Places that aren't even a hospital. They're not even really a hospital. It's good for there. For me to get to the silver plan for an emergency room at a hospital to look at me, I'll be paying $1,500 a month. Actual insurance is actually going to cost me $200 a month, and it covers everything. In fact, my medication right now went from well over $100 a month to, I think it's this month we paid $11. Did Obamacare do that for me? No. Obamacare failed, and that's the sort of thing they're running on. Is they want to expand Medicaid and give health care to all of these uninsured people. Isn't that what Obamacare is supposed to have done? Sure didn't do that much of a job, that good of a job. I know a lot of people that wouldn't get it. In fact, we lost out on taxes. I was fined for not having it. Yeah, guys, dolls. So far, the only thing the Democrats have proven to me is they have nothing to run on. And Stacey Abrams is throwing a fit like a little 5-year-old spoiled brat. She's not going to win this. She thinks she's going to force people to accept her as governor because she's black and a woman. There's not really a lot that can be said about her that I haven't already said in the past. Jeff Sessions was a do nothing, know nothing. He didn't want to do his job, so he's fired. That's fully within the president's right. The only reason the Democrats are throwing a screaming fit about it is because Sessions sat there and sat back and said, Mueller, do what you want to. I want nothing to do with this. That's the only reason they want Sessions in there now. It's because Sessions agreed with them. That's all the whole thing's turned into with Democrats. Agree with me or you're wrong. Right now, Nancy Pelosi's talking about how we need to come together and how we need to follow the Constitution. When before she said the Constitution meant nothing. And it's because of the Democrats and the media, their lapdog, their spokespeople, that this country's so divided. We have Democrats on one side lying, conniving, and throwing screaming little baby fits if they don't get their way. And on the other side, you got Republicans who are do-nothing, gutless wonders. They cave on everything. That's why I never claim to be a Democrat or Republican. I don't want to be a part of either one. I may vote Republican this time. I vote for the person, not the party. And that's the problem with the Democrats. You got so many of them out there voting for the party, not knowing what the party's about anymore. My mother-in-law, wonderful woman, I love her to death, is a stone cold Democrat. She's going to vote for a Democrat even if it's Charles Manson because, well, it's a Democrat. Because Republicans are all about money. Tell me one Democrat that's poor. Tell me one Democrat lawmaker in this country who's poor. Name one. You can't. So, anyway, guys, this has been the Friday edition. I intended to go longer, but I mean, I got everything said that I needed to be said. Yeah, keep watching for me on YouTube. I'll stay on YouTube as long as I can. I imagine I'll be there forever. Facebook, I'll be back beginning part of December. I'm still on MeWe. I'm permanently banned from all the others I was using. I'm going to have to scout for new territory, I guess. Um, Guys and dolls, take care of yourselves. And remember, be kind to one another. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.